What is up, guys? It's your boy Nathan. We are back with another watch long. We've got the London Derby, and I have to say, I'm very surprised with some of the lineup today. I'm very surprised with some of the lineup today, but let's see what happens. We will get into that as we discuss uh, changes made, or in my opinion, the different players I did not expect to play. I suppose I haven't watched Chelsea in a while, to be fair. So, hey GK. Good evening. Very interesting, huh? Very interesting. He started with Obama Yang out of all people. God, is there going to be some cruel irony today? Who knows? That's going to be interesting though. But Noni Madueke is starting as well. Interesting. Very interesting choices today. I wonder. I wonder. I really wonder what's going on today. Hello. Shall we go into the lineup or should we wait a few minutes? Very interesting. I'm actually I am very shocked actually at this point of time that he's gone with who he's gone with. We are under 10 minutes. 10 minutes left. I think we should go into the lineup, shall we? Let's do it. Nothing new, man. Now looking for to switch for new organization. Sad life. How are you, mate? I am good, Amu Vibes. How are you? I'm feeling great. I had a wonderful talk there with Mohawk yesterday, and um, it was nice. It was something I was waiting to do for a while, but I thought, you gotta put in your time, and when the time is right, talk to him about the club that we love, which is Manchester United, and I enjoyed it quite. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And today we are doing a watch along, man. Everything's great. How was your day today? How are you? Got Real Sociedad versus Real Madrid in 1 hour as well. It's gonna be interesting. Even I'm good. That's fantastic, man. Any picks today? Who do you think is gonna win the London Derby? You have to. If you joined a little late, I also was a little late. I was very surprised with the lineup he's picked. I'm not going to lie. Sad for Arsenal, man. It is sad. It is sad. I feel for Daksh in particular. He's quite level-headed Arsenal fan. In fact, I spoke to him in the afternoon today, I DM'd him asking him what are your thoughts, and I won't reveal too much, but what he said was that he's hoping Martinelli starts, and Martinelli is not starting, and I have to just message him and ask him what is his thoughts on that. Martinelli on bench. It's so funny you said that, Abu. I'm sorry, I didn't even look up. I didn't even look at the chat and said that. Sorry, I was just saying that, and you said that. I was like, that's funny how that happens sometimes. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I actually did notice that at all, but sorry. My view, I think that's a very bad idea, Amu Vibes. I'm not going to lie. It does help the fact that Obama Yang is playing. Um, so I don't know, man. 3-1. No problem. It's just going to message Daksh. I'll just read some of your messages though. I think it's a very bad idea, Amu Vibes, and I think it's going to be rectified pretty quickly because Trossard is good and all, but Martinelli is just a little bit different on the left hand side for Arsenal this season. I have to admit. I did not buy into the hype originally. I'll sit here and be a liar if I told you I did. I did not believe in the hype. I thought he has really had a great breakthrough season this year, and I'm very surprised he's on the bench. There's a possibility, of course, we don't know what happens on the pitch, so he could be picking up an injury. Maybe he's not 90 minutes fit. They have a wonderful replacement in Trossard. It could still be good enough. He will terrorize Cesar Azpilicueta on the right hand side. Let's be honest. Aspi is way behind his prime now. While still can be very useful as a player, he's going to have his hands full against Leandro Trossard today, and still could be it'll be a good contest. But I think Martinelli would have really had him on toast today. I'm not going to lie. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Hello, Bang Bang. He was on my FPL. He was on my FPL too. That was also quite annoying. I'm not going to lie. Lag. That could be here my Wi-Fi. Rajat, at the moment my Wi-Fi is okay. Normally it also can be my Wi-Fi because where I am right now the Wi-Fi is not always consistent. But 1122 will be nice. Listen, man. Let's just see some goals. It's 12:30 in the night. Most of us are from India. Most of us. Let's just uh, let's just hope there's goals, man. Quite frankly, just let's hope there's goals and it's not boring. Hey Rajat's here. Do feel bad, man. Arsenal did work hard. They really did have a fantastic season. They played out of their socks the whole season today, up till maybe 4 games ago. It is hard luck, man. But you never know. Your City could falter, man. They came close yesterday. Fulham took it to them. Fulham took it to them. They did concede a penalty very early on, which Haaland put away. But who knows? You don't concede that penalty, you don't know what happens. Boys are lining up now to come out. Ranveer Singh's in M. You mean in the Emirates? Oh, hey Abhijit, good evening. Well, he's picked a very bad time to be there, dude. I'm sure he would have enjoyed it a lot more if he was there last month. It's a tough time right now for Arsenal, man. There's a lot riding on this game. See, Chelsea could be the ones that just put it to bed, today. See Thiago Silva embracing Jorginho. Paris Saint-Germain have decided to suspend Lionel Messi with immediate effect for 2 weeks. For what? What did he do? Suspension will take place now after Messi's trip to Saudi not authorized with. Oh, they're shitting themselves. They're shitting themselves. They're already losing control over Messi. Lucky that's hello. Up to up, bade YouTuber. But I don't know about that. Lucky. I'm just happy I got to talk to Mohawk. It is something I was looking forward to doing for a while. Big YouTuber or no big YouTuber, you never forget where you come from. I was sitting in this channel in September with 3 people watching. Today there are, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 people. I don't really count how many people watch. I'm very grateful for even 5 people watching my channel. I try to build a rapport with them and we just try to enjoy watching the games. And I quite enjoy watching neutral games because I can relax and look at the chat more than I normally would. Very stressed out during the United games, not going to lie. Very, very stressed out. But yeah, man, I don't know if I'm going to be big or not, but you're only as big as the people that push you to be big, which is you guys. So if I become a big YouTuber, it will only be because of you guys. It's as simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. There's a saying, I don't know if you have ever heard, guys. It takes a village to raise a child. Same thing. It takes a community to raise a YouTuber. Can't do it on your own. No matter how good you are, no matter how talented you are, no matter how diverse you are, you can't really do it on your own. Never. No one cares about that midget, bro. Which midget? What are we talking about? Oh, Rajat, don't be so harsh, dude. I mean, it clearly seems PSG, they suspended him. Hello, Danish. Hello, everyone. Danish is saying hello. That is expected though, man. That season's coming to an end. His contract's coming to an end. What do they expect him to do? Wait till people come begging to him. He's going to pursue his next state, man. Just messaging. Straight messaging Daksh before the game starts. I know you won't look then. Just ask him what does he think about the lineup. Hey Melon, how are you? Hey, how are you? I'm good, Melon. How are you? Love the picture, by the way. Congratulations to him, right? He and his partner is accepting a child. My God, dude, that dude is probably younger than most of the people that are in the chat. He's already having kids. God bless him. God bless him. Hopefully everything goes well. Oh my God! They brought on Ranveer Singh on Sky Sports Live on the pitch side. Oh, I don't even want to hear that. It'll just annoy me. Takes free seats at the Hotspur Stadium, dude. As an Arsenal fan, unbelievable. Like you can't afford it, dude. Come on. Why are you taking free seats at the Hotspur Stadium of all places? I'd rather not go, quite honestly. Let's do the lineups quickly before they start, shall we? So we got Ramsdale, Ben White, Kivior, which is very interesting. They're blaming Holding for that loss, clearly, which is a little harsh. Gabriel Magalhaes, Alexander Zinchenko as the back four. We have Martin Odegaard, Jorginho, Granit Xhaka in the midfield, and we have, of course, Saka, Jesus, and Leandro Trossard starting off at left wing. Chelsea also playing a back four. We have the old club captain Cesar Azpilicueta, Wesley Fofana, Thiago Silva, Ben Chilwell as the back four, Kepa in the goal. One of my favorite Premier League players of all time, N'Golo Kante, Enzo Fernandez and Mateo Kovacic in the midfield three, and we have Noni Madueke, interesting. Raheem Sterling, even more interesting, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is probably the most interesting out of those three. Very interesting forward lineup. The old Arsenal skipper with the Arsenal tattoo on his hand to kick us off at the Emirates. What an irony! What a great irony life is sometimes. Excuse me. Oops. Okay, I will catch up with the chat now. Now that I've done that, apologies, guys. How are you? Some months ago, some Messi fans said Ronaldo was unprofessional against Tottenham and Ronaldo would straight to a tunnel before the match. Even if he was unprofessional, dude, it's still a lot better than leaving the country, which is quite funny actually. But listen, man, Messi got booed at PSG. I mean, those fans are deluded, probably more deluded than any club. Saka, straight off the bat, oh my God. I don't know what that was. Kante kicked the air instead of clearing the ball. That was dangerous. Oh, Arsenal are already looking to batter Chelsea. That's not a good sign. Brighton next, indeed. Sweaty bum time, dude. If we beat Brighton, we're done. I think it's official. We will be top four no matter what kind of combination it is, because I believe Arsenal's got to play Newcastle too. So Arsenal could help us out even more if they win that game. So let's see what happens. Messi to Barcelona is imminent. All these reports are just to milk views and earn more money. Melon, I honestly thought he is going back. I hope he goes back. At least he goes back to a club where the fans appreciate him. As a United fan, as a Ronaldo over Messi person, by default, because he played for my club. Um, he definitely doesn't deserve to play at PSG. I was very shocked, quite frankly. He deserved better. PSG fans are very fickle because they've been extremely spoiled since the new ownership has come in, and hopefully he does better. Man. I don't know what that was, but it worked out for Chelsea. Playing from the back, like it's just too much, man. It's just so super overhyped, and they got dispossessed too. Odegaard, Saka. See Ben White overlapping. He's whipping it in. Looks like he's landing to Trossard, but no, Madueke comes all the way back to get that ball cleared. He's having kids and we're fighting like kids. It is funny. Yeah, congratulations to Garnacho, but I feel this young generation don't have that lean mentality. They should focus more on the game. Melon, it's a very interesting thing. I know you said that. I know you said that yesterday too, dude. I couldn't read it right where Mockby was talking, and I didn't want to constantly like break his trend of thought. But I remember you saying this yesterday too about this. Listen, man. The culture is very different in South America, dude. That's one thing I've realized just by knowing lots of foreigners who come here to Goa, just by befriending a lot of them. Life is different everywhere, Melon. Quite, I'll be very frank with you. A lot of people won't understand the way of life of another country. People won't understand our way of life. It's all, we are all different people, and that's what makes human beings very unique species. um, I don't know if he won't focus on the game, but I can make a little cross argument there, Melon, and I'll say it could help him focus more because now he has a family to take care of instead of taking care of yourself. It is a difference, dude. As someone who watches multiple sports, I've seen plenty of interviews where professional sports people have said, now that I have more mouths to feed, I have to focus more. I have to provide for a family. It's not just me now. I have to focus on making sure I raise my children well. One day I'm sure he'll marry his partner, whatever their system is. They are of course very young, so they might not necessarily marry soon. But the system's the system, man. Everyone's culture is different. I've seen many professional accounts where people having children oh my god, what did Aspilicueta do? Okay, here's they're in trouble. I don't know what Kappa was doing. What a nightmare scenario that was. Lovely move by Chilwell to take it out of danger. I didn't even realize that was a terrible back pass by Aspilicueta's head. Conte got oh my god, Arsenal are all over them. I'll get distracted at this way. Yeah, so maybe it will have the opposite effect, Melon. Let's hope, man. Let's hope. He's our player. Enzo Fernandez is down. I think they're calling for medical. I think he got his ankles taken. Oh, oh. I think he actually may have got both his feet actually in a funny way. Let's see what happened there. Long ball. The ball goes in the air by Silva. Aspilicueta has no power on the header. It literally falls into Xhaka's foot. But Xhaka is the lefty, much like Anthony, and they refuse to use their other foot to do anything. So he tried to side foot it into the straight in, and it hit Kepa's legs. Man, I don't know how are these professional footballers not two footed? I have no idea. Yeah, I can't understand how they are not two footed at all after so many years of playing football. They're ridiculous. Ranveer Singh is a Spurs fan? Even worse than what's he doing here? If that's true. I genuinely believe that Liverpool's match against Tottenham on Sunday was the best match in the Premier League this season. What do you think? In terms of excitement, I would say. I mean, I think Brighton did a fantastic job the other day when they absolutely battered whoever they battered. Oh, I forgot who they battered. Was it who did Brighton beat 6-1? West Ham? Who was it? It was West Ham, wasn't it? In terms of excitement, I would agree. I also think the Liverpool Man City first match, where I think Liverpool won 2-1, I think that was a pretty exciting match. That was early on the season, everyone was still, no one knew how bad Liverpool was going to be back then. I think that was quite an exciting match as well, personally speaking. I thought the Arsenal United game at Emirates was exciting, where Nketiah won in 90 minutes extra time. That was, you might not be wrong, dude. It might actually be the most exciting game this season. It was. I mean, I can't believe Spurs was one of the participants in the most exciting game this season, but it's very possible, very possible. Wait, two wrongs don't make one right. Jorginho and Oba Dhabi. PSG fans don't. No, two wrongs don't make one right in terms of Ronaldo and Messi. No, no, no. It doesn't, dude. I'm just saying though. It is funny. It's funny how it's happening like this now. Back in the day, dude. If players did this, they would just get the sack, dude. It's funny how they only get suspended nowadays. It was a lot stricter back in the day. May he become more mature and hardworking. A prime example is Hardik. Yeah, man. Listen, some people have children early, some people they have children late. marriage is not necessarily a thing depending on how your ideology is. uh, Hopefully he just becomes mature, because now he has to take care of a family now, man. That's all you can hope for. Hope it doesn't become too much of a distraction. Oh no, Thiago Silva went right into the stands. I mean, right into the sideboard. Oh God, Saka bullied both of them almost. Hey Lavanya, hey, hello. Man United was Arsenal, Emirates the best game. Oh, hey, I said that. We are on par, Melon. Mini Portugal. No, it wasn't. Just the last 7 Spurs live was class in the first 50. I would say the Liverpool City game was quite exciting. It was a tight game, but it was fun. For me, Sancho goal was a Liverpool's peak moment for me. You know what? If we're going that way, then I think Anthony's debut goal against Arsenal was peak moments for me, man. That was fun. That was a fun, surreal moment at the time. But yes, City Live first game was a fun game, man. Fun. Although most enjoyable was 7 Up, of course. But I think what people meant was, like, the back and forth, intense kind of game. I thought Liverpool City game was quite intense the whole time. Quit with the 7 Up game. Cut out the. No, man, listen, it's just bans, Raja. It's all good, dude. It's all good. It's okay. Bans is okay. Spurs do have one of the best premium tickets. 159 £. You will get a hotel stay in London with free transport, unlimited food and beverage. But the main problem is you have to watch Spurs play. You made me read the whole thing just so I could insult them, Melon. Why? Oh, I feel so mean now reading that. Dude, they have enough problems. Yeah, we don't need to make it worse for them this season. Is that true though? I didn't know that, Melon. How did you find that out? That's very interesting. That's a very interesting fact. I wasn't aware of. So if you buy a premium ticket, you get pick up, you get transport and hotel stay, unlimited food and beverage. I assume that is at the stadium. That is, man. You know what? I might one day do that when they play United, just for the bands. Uh, that's interesting though. Good evening, Tolomba. Good evening. Varanchan, guys, leave a like and subscribe. Let's hit 1K. Varanchan, thank you for the kind words yesterday as well. I was reading it, but I couldn't, I couldn't. I'll be very honest, I couldn't keep up with the chat as well as talk to Bawak. But it was quite overwhelming for a tiny channel like mine. But I was reading you in the chat. Thank you for the support yesterday as well. Thank you for the kind words. कहाँ से हो आप? I'm from Goa actually, Varan. Chant. I'm from Goa. Padacy to cover. Oh yes, you know who I watch, Melon? I watch Smiv. 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 I think he is a Spurs fan actually. Don't quote me on that. I think he is. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Padded seat. Yeah, I don't watch all of them. I got one of the. I think it was a short recommended to me. I think because I was watching Smiv. Smiv does this where he goes everywhere and he sits everywhere and enjoys his. It's an interesting niche for YouTube. I'm not going to lie. It must be very expensive though. Probably have to have a lot of money before you try doing something like that. He goes everywhere. So I remember seeing him do a Old Trafford one, and I remember him seeing him do, I think, a Spurs one. Yeah. Dortmund last minute equalizer versus Bayern. For me, match against Barcelona and Camp Nou was the best game United played. You know what, dude? That was a memorable game for sure. That was a memorable game. That was probably the most intense game of the season. No one really gave us a chance. Barcelona were flying. I remember at the time when I was doing the draw, people were like coming to me and they were going like, "I'm going to see you. I'm going to see you." What was I saying? I was going to see you after we thrash you in the round of 32, and we knock you out. I was like, okay, I'll see you. You better show up if you'll lose. And to credit the Barcelona fans, they showed up. They said GG and they went. It was one of those games, no, where you don't even banter the losing team, because at the end of the day, it was such a tight, competitive game with so much pressure that you're just happy the game happened and it ended and you won, because it could have gone either way, but it went our way. So there's no need to banter. You know, you can banter, of course. You don't have to. You don't have to banter, or you can. I just went. It doesn't make sense, dude. I'm just happy we were through. I didn't even care. There was so much relief, that we beat Barcelona, that I was just more than happy to take the win, yeah, at the end. Your first choice striker, I see, man. I'm going to get in trouble with all the people in the chat here because was seeing a lot of their chats yesterday. For me, it has to be Osimhen, for two reasons. One, he's younger, and 100 and something million is a lot of money. I don't want Gonzalo Ramos with his 106 buyout clause. I don't want him. I rather take Osimhen because he's won the Scudetto with Napoli after 30 years. He's younger. So for me, it's Osimhen. If I can't get Osimhen, I would take Ivan Toney. If people are worried about Ivan Toney's reputation, I would take Rasmus Højlund. And in case you were wondering, guys, I have purposely not mentioned Kane because 100 million plus 300k a week for Kane. We are talking about a lot of money, and we are talking about money we can use to buy other players as well. You know, and he's 30 years old, and you don't know when he's going to be on decline. You don't know when he's going to get injured. In the last 2 years, he has not been injured, to his credit, but at the same time, he's also going to be 30 before he kicks a ball for United. So I'm very worried about that personally. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but for me, I'm very worried. I don't know. I'm not against Harry Kane. It's just that for me, these are my concerns. Oh, Bukayo Saka. Oh my God. Kepa fluffed it. I think the ball bounced off his hands after he dived to catch it. Bukayo Saka with the header. Imagine Bukayo Saka getting an open header at his height. Chelsea are all over the place, man. It's only been 15 minutes. Unbelievable. That stream was also quite an dude. It was mad. It was a mad game. Yeah, he makes shorts, but most of his videos are sponsored. Oh, okay. See, that makes more sense, man. And it's super expensive to go around the club doing that madness. Arnav is here, bro. If Chelsea defeat Arsenal, would it be a surprise or not? Arnav, quite honestly, it's a derby. And I know it's a very cliche thing to say, but in a derby, anything can genuinely happen. Yeah, I am someone who really believes that. I've watched enough football in general, not just Premier League, in general, to believe that it would be a surprise, but at the same time, it's not like Chelsea have crap players. Yeah, they're just not been performing to their abilities. I don't think it would be a surprise that way. It would be a surprise if they batter Arsenal, if they really batter Arsenal, which is not happening. Arsenal are very much battering them at the moment. So it would be a surprise if they win, I suppose. But in a derby game, probably not, dude. Probably not. Ooh, nice shielding by Sterling there. Oh, what did he do? What are you doing, Sterling? Either pass or run. He tried to do a bridge move if you guys play FIFA, and it didn't work. Probably that's why it only can work on FIFA, I guess. Yeah, so it would be a little bit of a surprise, but I just don't see it happening here. I don't see them winning, unfortunately, for Chelsea fans. Especially if you just watch what's been happening in the game right as of now. So I must say this UCL is the most boring. Last year in the 1890 was best Liverpool Spurs final. You know what? So when you say that, Melon, I thought this time pound for pound with the teams that are left in the round of 16, I found that the Europa League this year was pretty stacked. Yeah, I know people will go, oh, you're saying that because you all won the Europa League, but if you really look like at the last couple of years of Europa League, it's been quite lackluster. Yeah, but I think this season the Europa League was actually quite like genuinely competitive. I'm really cool. Martin Odegaard. That didn't take long, did it? Here we go. And the battering begins. What a goal by Odegaard. Opens up his left foot, hits the post, bounces in with the spin. Kepa couldn't do anything about that. I'm sure somebody's going to blame Kepa. God bless him, but you couldn't do anything about that, man. Kepa, Neuer, whoever goalkeeper you like. Oh, when it hits the bar and goes in, you can't do anything, man. There we go. 18 minutes in, Odegaard, the skipper, has scored, and the battering begins. The battering begins. Whom would you sell this sum for United? Ooh, we're getting into controversial questions. I would sell Fred, McTominay, Tellez, Bailly, Maguire, Henderson. I don't want to say this one, but Elanga. I feel that he has been extremely unlucky, and if you guys want me to explain it, I can explain it. But just to keep answering questions and not pausing, seven players. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Um, Van Bissaka, if he doesn't want to stay because because he thinks he might not get guaranteed football. That's eight players. Who else am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who else do we have on loan? We have Mabry on loan, Led on loan, Fernandez on loan, Led, uh, Galbraith. Yeah, about eight players. I think a couple of them. I think a couple of them, if we don't use the extension, I think the contracts end this season anyway. Some of them will be free agents like Jones and Tuanzebe, so that would make it 10. Yeah, I don't think we're going to sell 10, man, but I would sell 10. We have already got reports that Sevilla and Marseille will not be going for the buy option. So we know they are definitely coming back. Oh, here we go. Odegaard again. Heavy touch by Odegaard. Heavy touch. Also, if we get Kane, we are good to go for next 3 years. But then we'll need a top striker and CDM in 1 minute. That's the thing, nah. See, that's the thing, Danish. That also gets me. It's like if we buy Hoyland or I don't know, man, Jonathan David, whoever, Vlahovic, pick somebody who's like 8 years younger than Harry Kane, dude. We don't have to worry about it. We can put in a nice little buyout clause since everyone loves to do that these days on one of these young talents, and then just have them for at least 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah, a striker and a DM in the same window, dude. It took us so long to get Casemiro. I know. With new ownership, it won't take that long, but it's a risk. Yeah, it's a risk. Sometimes you have to go for a long term buy. You just have to. I want Barella desperately in United as the FTJ. Melon, I've given up on Italian players. Yeah, quite frankly speaking, Italian players I've just given up on. I know everyone goes Jorginho is Italian. If anyone has any awareness, they'll know he's Brazilian. It just doesn't happen. I remember. I don't know how old you are, Melon, but I remember a long time ago, AS Roma had a prodigy. His name was Alberto Aquilani, and Liverpool signed him, and he never saw. He may have saw like 5 games as a Liverpool player. I don't know if it was loan or to buy. I'm pretty sure they bought him. He just flopped out. He was, believe me, he was so highly touted, and we're talking about the days when Totti and Daniele De Rossi still played there, and Maxis, and they had good players there. They had good players. Julio Cesar. He was like deemed to be upcoming prodigy young player. Of course, when you're a young player, you never know how it's going to turn out. But they it was a touted young player. Flopped, yeah. And Italian players make me nervous, yeah, in general. And most of them never want to even leave. Like, even I know Real Madrid fans were like, we'll take Barella. I'm like, bro, Barella is not even going to cross the river. Forget cross the country. It's like you just might as well just you might as well just give up on the thing. It's very sad because there are so many Italian players that are intriguing. Like Federico Chiesa is one of them. He's one that comes to mind. United, Sir Alex Ferguson wanted Maldini, but Maldini then made that famous quote: "My father played for Milan. I'll play for Milan, and my son will play for Milan." Can you imagine? One of the very few players who outrightly rejected Sir Alex Ferguson because of his loyalties to club. It's tough to get Italian players out, man. It's really tough. I would happily take a Barella. Sounds like a great buy. You don't have to go back to Frankie de Jong. That's fantastic for me personally as well. Nathan, I feel EPL manager role has so much pressure to sustain. They have to park the bus, play simple for. I feel that will not help. It won't. Kepa man has been doing howlers at Chelsea. Some people think Mendy is worse than him, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like people, they are now. I'm hearing people say they want to buy new goalkeepers now. When it's like, I'm like, please take Anderson off of us. Yeah. He'll talk crap about your team even. I'm happy with the form what Rashford has shown this season, but if you personally ask me, Rashford isn't that good on the ball, especially in close space and compared to Dortmund Sancho. Varane chant. It's funny you say that. In my opinion, he's basically what we call an impact player. At any moment in time, no, he can just go boom, and there's your goal. Boom, there's your assist. Boom, there's a penalty he's won. And you kind of have to try and just get him into those positions a lot of the time. A lot of the time, his most success is that Lindelof long ball where he's in open space, and Lindelof and him have this psychic connection. Yeah, I've noticed this over the years. Oh no, Chelsea are through. Chilwell. Oh, that was a good shot by Chilwell to going away from Ramsdale, even though he's lefty. Nice save by Ramsdale. Nice run by Chilwell there. Who was that ball by? Was that Kante? It's a lovely ball actually. I'm devastated. Bucks eliminated from NBA. Didn't watch most of the season with man Jimmy Butler's class. Oh, you're a Bucks fan. Giannis still plays for the Bucks, doesn't he? Kumpo. I'm smelling a draw. I don't think so, Twalumba. I think Arsenal is getting too much of the upper hand. I highly doubt it. Rashford is good in transition. He's a good dribbler if he gets space. But do you think he could survive once we start playing possession? Oh God, no. Don't even let me think. I hope so, Varane chant. I hope so. He has good rapport with Luke Shaw. Um, Luke Shaw is going to have to make sure he gives him the ball in less than tight spaces, because sometimes we tend to panic when people start closing in on us. But it's all part of the transition, Varanchand. When we have different players, we're going to play differently, and the people who stay are the people who stay, and the people who don't are people who don't. Now I know for a fact Lisandro Martinez can play in tight space. We know this. We have seen him spin out when David De Gea gives him the ball. He just spins out. He doesn't care if three people are behind him, two people are behind him. He just spins out. So we have players that will play in that tight position, and if that's what we're going to do with possession players, everyone's going to have to get on board, or everyone's going to have to be a sub. It's as simple as that. And that's why I guess a lot of people are looking forward to a shift in players as well, to see what's the our potential, in terms of our play style. So let's see, man. I think he can. He's gonna have to work on it for sure, though. Varane chant. It's um, it's something he's gonna have to work really hard on. And the good thing about Rashford is, say what you want about him, but even on holiday he's training. Like when he couldn't make it to the Euros or whatever, he was training. So it's not like he doesn't want to train. He'll get a regimen to train probably off season. He'll probably one of the first people who started. He's always in good shape that way. It's just that has to be a handball, right? That not a handball. Well, his hand was down actually to his waist. That's going to be an interesting call to see what happens. So he's gonna have to adapt, Varanchan. I think a lot of these players are gonna have to adapt. McTominay is probably going to go if he can't play possession football for sure. Varane and McTominay and Fred for sure. They'll be the first two to go. So given the position that Chelsea are in, they won't be qualifying for Europa League. Right? Will they be in European Cup? No, Rishikesh, you can only seventh, I believe. Seventh is the last spot. So no, they will play zero Europe. Liverpool could miss out too, barely, because Brighton still have games in hand. People don't take that into account. Fifth, sixth, seventh is going to be a proper race till the end of the season as well. Odegaard with a goal. Yep. Uh, I don't know why Jack's laughing, but okay. Though they won't, not even conference. Yeah, they won't. They won't make anything at this rate. Golo Kante can't be criticized because he smiles like a sweetheart. I request you to please go to PSG. Well, you almost gave a nice ball to Chilwell over there, Jack. Catches, Kepa straight in. Maguire, Henderson, Telles, Bailey, Marcia. Oh, I knew I forgot someone. Martial. If Ten Hag wants a fit striker, he'll also have to go. There is a YouTuber called Ballon English. He makes amazing documentaries. Every football fan should watch his videos. I'll look into it for sure. Well, and thank you for the recommendation. I'm always willing to look at stuff. I watched this thing about Rui Costa and I clicked on the thumbnail because it went better than Zidane, and then I know some people will be mad at hearing that, but then when you listen to the story, you like he could have been better than Zidane, man. I don't. It's difficult to compare. I mean, if you watch the documentary, you'll understand what I'm saying makes sense. But it's interesting. There are all these stories you just never hear of because nobody cares, nah. At the end of the day, no one cares where you go and or where you come from, unless they play in your club. After that, no one knows what they do. Before that, no one knows what they do. So these kind of documentaries are very interesting, actually. Till what place do teams qualify Conference League? I believe seventh. Fifth and sixth is Europa, and I think seventh and eighth or something is Conference playoff. Something weird like that. Rishikesh. I will keep Fred and McTominay. We need squad players like those two on the bench. No, Danish. I'm saying if we change our style of play and they can't measure, they'll probably be the first ones to go if we are playing possession based football because I mean McTominay with the sideways passes and I find Fred quite. I don't mind Fred, but Fred is very frantic. Yeah. Fred is very frantic, very frantic. Pereira is proven player, not a prodigy. Yeah, absolutely, Malin. I completely agree with you. But the thing is, they all come under the same bracket of they don't want to leave Italy. That's the real problem, Malin. The problem is not even if you're a prodigy or a good player. For some reason, they don't like leaving Italy. I can't really understand it. Doesn't make any particular sense to me, but that seems to be the case all the time. Barella is too error prone. Oh, Italian football, English football. Yeah, of course, they are very indifferent. They're very different. That's true. Oh, what a performance from De Jong, man. We won again 1-0. Just 1-0. Tight game, tight game. I'm good, Sanjeev. How are you? Italian players don't want to play overseas. Totti, Maldini, Del Piero, prime example. They stay at Juve even when they were relegated. Yeah, man. Buffon too. It's a good point, Melon. I don't know if the messages are coming delayed, guys, or I'm just taking long to respond. But yeah, I hope you guys don't mind that. Anyway, patent 1-0 score, like, bro, as long as they win. Oh, another goal by Odegaard. The battering is going. Rakshit Dev, Rui Costa. Yeah, Rui Costa is the president, I believe, of Benfica right now. Yes, Rui Costa. He used to be Luis Figo's teammate. I think he was a teammate of Cristiano as well, also, towards the end. Rakshit Dev, it was always going to be Arsenal to me. And it looks like it's definitely going to be Arsenal. I think Odegaard with the double. Interesting. Delayed on my part. Okay, and that's fine, dude. That's fine because I'm reading as the messages go, so trying to do my best. Yeah. 12 match 1-0 victories this season. That's fantastic. Odegaard goal. Rui Costa, who will win this game? Rakshit, welcome to the channel. It's I thought it was always going to be Arsenal, and it seems this way. Let's see what happens. Who was that cross by? Oh, was that Xhaka? Xhaka with the cross? Man, it just went right between everybody. Right in between everybody. Odegaard went right in between Sterling, Chilwell, and Thiago Silva. No one moved. No one expected it. Lindelof at least has present. Maguire's clueless and lost his identity. I don't know what identity he had anyway to begin with, dude. He just talks way too much. Very simple. To be honest, if you ask me, you have to get rid of every single one of them old players. They are one trade players. What cities players they have signed long back, and the second left back is Arsenal's first choice. Nathan takes every comment. I try. थोड़ा delayed है but चलेगा. All of us are patient. It's like waiting for roll call. No, honestly, sometimes I tend to just give a detailed explanation of my thoughts to it. It's something I have to work on, especially when people are waiting like for an answer. It's all part of the process of learning. So that's it. It's now going to be a hat trick. Listen, man. Uh, Daksh by told me it's going to be a tight game. I told him I don't see it, man. I don't see it, but let's see. They could make a comeback, man. Spurs did it. Why not? Hello, our fan base is embarrassing. Why? What are they saying, Jack? What are they saying? If Real Madrid drops points today, we can win the La Liga on Derby Day against Espanyol. Ooh, that would be a sweet victory for the Barcelona fans. They're not the biggest fans of Espanyol. Oh no, here we go. Bukayo Saka in the box. He's gonna shoot, isn't he? Oh no, it was a low cross. Ooh. Fofana very hesitant to clear it, but managed to do so. Straight to an Arsenal play, unfortunately. Ben White with the cross. Jesus chests it down. Passes. Oh, Jesus scored. It's gonna be a long game today. At least we got goals, guys. So I'm not gonna complain. We got goals. I don't know how many goals we're gonna get, but we got goals. Tough. It's gonna be a tough day at the office for the Chelsea players again. Oh, another battering. Good lord. I really thought this was going to be a tight game. I'm not even making a joke. I thought Arsenal were going to win, but I really thought it was going to be a tight game. 2 goals in 3 minutes. Oof. Oh boy. Oh, they need to do damage control really quick now. After 2-0 scoreline, I want to see, but if Spurs can score 2 and 3 in consecutive games after trailing anything spot, that's yes. That's why he's the GOAT. Thank you. Never ever compare SC and Makaleli Ramirez with Kante. N'Golo Kante won a World Cup, dude. He won a Premier League with Leicester. He can't be as bad as everyone thinks, right? Also, he's not been in the best form of late. I think it's unfair, don't you think, Jack? So it's Chelsea, not Spurs. I think Chelsea well, now 3-0, I don't know, man. I thought maybe they could. Oh, they could. Lampard is the luckiest man alive. Oh, God. Sanjeev Bhai, if Spurs can do it, anyone can. It's actually a very good point. Priyanshu is here. If Man United plan to sell Lord Maguire, which clubs do you think will come for him or buy him? I don't care, Priyanshu. I don't care. Sell him to Sheffield. Sell him back to Sheffield. Let him go to Wickham Wanderers. Let him go to Wrexham. I don't care, dude. I just want him gone. He talks too many mad things. Ben White. Oh my God. Ben White's just playing with Kovacic. Cross comes in. Oh my God. What is Kovacic doing there? Ben White's doing ball rolls in front of him in the penalty box. If you guys play FIFA, you know what that is too. Pardon all the FIFA references, guys. This is the best way to explain tricks for me. Just anywhere, Priyanshu. Okay, fine. I'll answer you quickly. There are very few teams that play a back three, which I think Maguire is very good at doing. If he's going to play in a back three, there are very few teams. If you think about it, there's Brighton. I don't know why Brighton would do that, but there's Brighton. There is sometimes Newcastle do it. West Ham don't do it. Everton don't do it. Brentford do it. I don't know why Brentford would buy him, but Brentford do it. So there are few teams that play a back three, dude. Because at the back two, he's going to be the same liability. It doesn't really make any difference. So he's going to be a tough sell to be sold. That's why I genuinely don't care where he goes, Priyanshu. Because if you really think about it, there's very few teams that can accommodate a player like Maguire, no matter how good people say Maguire is. So I'm just hoping that we get rid of him, which is a very mean thing to say, but I'm fed up with his interviews and his lack of taking accountability himself as the supposed captain of the team. So this is my new response to anything related to Maguire. Please just leave. 3 words. Just leave. I don't really care where you go. Respectfully. He could go back to Sheffield. They're getting promoted. Wouldn't that be funny? Be funny. That's why Chelsea can't do comebacks this season. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Essien was class. Mo loved him. Essien was absolute class. No doubt about it. When Mourinho signed him, he said on an interview, I've signed someone who can play 9 positions except the goalkeeper and striker. That's what he said. My dad even told me that statement. That's how I remember it. I always love your goal from the other room. Yeah. We're all a little into it these days. Brings a smile to my face. Our fan base said Kante is bigger legend than Makalele, bro. Our fan base said, oh no, no. Bigger legend than Claude Makalele at Chelsea? No, 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 no. No, no, I don't know who said that. Dude, some people just what, it must be a younger fan base, Jack. Let's just put it that way. Bayern always going to be tough. Cup revenge we saw against Newcastle. I hope we win, but at least we get a point. I don't want to lose tomorrow. Big game. Tomorrow is the game that seals our position, dude. I think one way or the other. If we get a draw or a win, I think that's it. It's wrapped up. There's no. Everyone is trying to do maths. Everyone is trying to go. Oh, will we get relegated? Will we get kicked out? I'm like, dude, one. Please show some sympathy for Chelsea, you heartless. Sonak, I was hoping that it would be a tighter game. Someone asked me, would it be a shock if Chelsea beat Arsenal? I'm like, it would be a shock just because of how bad Chelsea are, but it's a derby game and anything can happen. I just can't believe they are conceding like this. Actually, I thought Arsenal would win, but I have to be honest, I didn't think Arsenal were going to win. Oh, bad fouls, bad fouls. Oh, it's about to go mad now. It's a Chelsea foul because Jesus whacked him in the face first. Oof. Brighton away is going to be tough. Yeah. The EPL level is getting on another level now. There are 8-10 teams in the mix, indeed. Ramirez won UCL with that squad and actually scoring worldies. Pogba won the World Cup, so what? King plays today in 20 minutes. The Pitch King. 30. Why is Messi suspended? Can someone explain it? He basically, Lavanya, someone was very polite to tell us in the group actually, in the chat, that he basically left for Saudi Arabia and he's now suspended for 2 weeks. It is obviously under the impression that he is getting a deal there, which we heard of earlier. I think earlier in April that there was interest. I think he's not happy at PSG. He has been quite disrespected. I remember many games that Messi has single-handedly either helped them win it or literally draw a game because they were losing some of those. And he gets booed. So he's going, I'll just move. Kante won with Pogba and Griezmann. Not unfair. He's demanding 350k for this. Okay. Lavanya, because he goes in training like UCL. That's not what happened. He actually went to Saudi because the season's about to end now. Fofana still holding his eye. That's not a good look. Messi should be treated like a team player. I would love to see how media reacts this time. Used to play FIFA 8, 9. I always bought Essien. Yeah, Ranveer Singh is there. I don't know what is he wearing a suit for anyway? Isn't he supposed to wear like game day stuff? But getting rid of him will be tough along with what you have with the takeover scene. So it might be even more tough. That's exactly my point, Priyanshu. That's why I don't really care where he goes. Because we have so many other problems to deal with that, quite honestly, if anyone takes him off of us, I'll be grateful. The Chelsea team can be beaten by the academy, I swear. Could be beaten by their women's team. Dude. The women's team actually plays better, playing good as well. Mariano. Oh wait, he's starting? Wait, no, are you being serious, Turing? He's starting the game? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I'm sure there are fans that aren't happy about that. Bro, I left out Boli for statement. If you don't want to play, you can leave. Be it 120 million or 2 million play. I loved it. We're going to see what happens at the end of this season, man. Heads will roll for sure. Heads will roll furthermore at Chelsea. Oh man, he's not looking good. Still holding his eye. There's no swelling around it. After watching so much UFC, I've realized if the eye poke is bad enough, you get swelling. As long as there's no swelling around his eye, he should be likely to get back on the pitch. But I think for his own safety, he might want to be subbed off, really. think he might play this first half and then get subbed off. Madueke with the steal. Charging run. Obama Yang's making the run. Oh, there was too much force on Madueke's ball. No, no, no. Too much force. Madueke got too excited there. W for Messi. Yeah, I mean, if he gets out of PSG, it will be a W for him for sure. Messi will be without any payment for 2 weeks. Finally, it's my time to catch you, little bro. Why didn't he take a pay cut when at Barca? He really loves it. Why can't players just take? I don't understand that either, Palumba. I think it was very complicated. That I got into a lot of trouble from the chat on my friend TCSP's channel because they were saying like things like you don't know how it works in La Liga and all. I'm like, man, it's just bad. It's just bad business, right? Where you get to a point where you can't even he can't even take a pay cut. He just has to go. But also, to be fair, Twalumba, he actually said that he wanted to leave, like at the beginning of that season, and then people somehow forgot about it, and then everyone cried when he left, which was really weird because he literally said he's gonna leave at the end of the season, and it's almost like people forgot that he said it, and people were under the impression that he changed his mind or something. It's weird, but if he comes back, that's great for him, man. Really, especially aging players. दादू पागल हो गया है. Yes, Copa final said, oh yeah, that's why he's got to play. Oh no. Yeah, you got to play him, man. But Madrid's got to win too, right? Oh, this is going to be a interesting game. Real Sociedad. I mean, we did batter them during, to be fair. Sure, Madrid can batter them too a little bit. Although we won very tight. It was a very tight 1-0 victory away at their ground. Could be a tight game. Not being streamed after 1:30 because Hazard starting can't miss. Putting my diary and red pen to point out every single slagging. Oh god. So Hazard and Mariano are starting. Oh god. I feel bad for Don Carlo. I really do. Put in a real tough position today. Mourinho spitted facts a long back. United players when they play, how they play, and if they play. He said after he will leave if I play Maguire Shaw they football. You know what, Varan Chand? In fairness, he was wrong about Shaw. And also in fairness, he was kind of wrong about De Gea too. Because I mean De Gea has been our hero, dude. Every season we haven't won anything. Let's be honest. He's the reason we don't finish he's the reason we even finished in the Europa all the seasons we didn't win anything. Shaw, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Mourinho's approach to Shaw was just not good. Frankly speaking, he's probably very right about Maguire. I don't know what that Maguire heritage thing is. He has come for Sheffield, so I don't know. Not sure what the heritage was there, but he was wrong about Shaw, man. Come on, so the here everyone is now fallen in love with the way modern goalkeepers play. So it's easy to say it, dude. Varan Chant, one thing I've realized, no, after watching enough football, is hindsight is a wonderful thing. Yeah. It's very easy to pick and point the shortcomings now, but believe me when I tell you, David De Gea has upheld this team. You can argue single-handedly in some seasons. So, and Shaw, listen, I make no excuses. Shaw is one of my favorite players, but after the Euros that year, he had a terrible year for sure. But then look this year how he's come back. I mean, he's looking immense at left back and centre back, another utility player, which is fantastic for us. So Mourinho wasn't right about everything, dude. But Mourinho was right. The for sure he was right about certain things. Uh, the player power was very imminent. I think was very right about that. Uh, they threw their toys out of the pram many times during Ole's tenure, during Ragnick's tenure. So yes, he was right about. Chance of Chelsea. That has to be a pen, right? No, who is telling him to get up? Oh, and Sterling's not appealing either. I think it's half time now. 2 minutes. Oh wow, this half went flying by talking to you guys. Flew by. Uh, he was right about definitely right about certain things though, Varanchan, definitely. Columba, you can't take more than 50% pay. That's why. See, there was a reasoning why he couldn't do anything. Yeah, he was forced to be sold eventually. Yeah. La Liga more than 50% pay. Hey Tony Cruz, good evening. Good luck. Mom, you can be heard. You can be heard. In the chat. They can hear you. When you screamed yes, they could hear you. Yes. Yeah, that. No, I'm just saying you can be heard. You can. Now you're closer. Of course, you can be heard. I am. Salsa, yeah. Thank you. Good luck, Tony Cruz. Good luck, Arnab. People didn't forget. The media just snubbed it like nothing. Messi put out an interview after 8-2 at just the end of. Yeah, he said it way before, man, that he wanted to leave. It's weird. Where are you, Todd Bowley? Shame. I don't know about that, man. I don't think Todd Bowley is given. See, as people who have bad owners, no. At least Todd Bowley is giving them money, dude. This might be a difficult question to ponder over, but do you think Man City are going to dominate English football for the next decade or so the way United did under SAF? No, I don't think so, and I'll explain why. Rishikesh, this season itself, I went on TCSP, that is my friend's channel, and when Haaland was signed, everyone went, City is going to run away with the league, he's going to score 70 goals in the league, this, that, and the other. Bro, Arsenal literally capitulated at the City game a few days ago. Even if they beat City, they would still be in the lead. So no, they are not going to dominate it, dude. They have won a couple of seasons by 1 point and goal difference. It's not going to be a domination. Could they win? Like when you mean domination, mean win the title in the next decade a lot? Possibly. But a domination, I just don't see it happening now. Newcastle has money. We are hopefully going to get money. When FSG decides to give up and finally sell, Liverpool's going to have money. Arsenal and Spurs will be the ones left out because everyone else is actually going to get money back into their clubs. So it'll be difficult. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Prime example is Chelsea without proper coach. This shows the importance of coaching football. I'm not understanding why Chelsea are not upon, because there's a short list of coaches and they don't want to see. They want to only start at the beginning of a new season, bang bang, because they want a pre-season. And we also, people weren't sure when Todd Bowley was going to sack all these coaches, so there was a little issue there. LOL, let's laugh. My Arsenal cousin celebrating like they won against Prime Chelsea. Listen, at the end of the day, Derain, it's like I told you, it is a derby match after all, and people are celebrating like it's still a derby match, Derain, unfortunately. So yeah, that's what's happening right now, I guess. No, no, I'm just telling you. I wanted Chelsea to win. Getting quite overrun today. Wholesome family moment, but I can't. Today, tell them it's Asna. Asna. Bounce. Commentator saying money can't buy football. I disagree. If you utilize money right way, you can create a super team. Look, man. Yeah, listen, man. This is just the nice way of throwing their bully agenda, really. It's very clear. My mom says Messi is blessed by God that he won the World Cup. One way of looking at it. Why are they? Why are they now? Well, because winning a World Cup is really tough. I mean, yes and no. Lavanya, you can get the luck of the draw. Face incredibly weak teams on the way. You can have luck that way, man. You can have luck that way, I would say. But it definitely some level of tough. I would agree. Attempt. Show them a UEL trophy like United fans shows the to City. Hey man, listen, we have CLs too, Derain. We don't need to show them the UEL one. He is still my favorite player. Well, I defend him जब Maguire वाला बात हुई थी yeah, they, yeah, I know. You know when he said it because he told me even privately the same thing Varane and I was like, ah. So that's why I brought it up. Actually, I wanted to hear his thoughts on it. I see what everyone's saying, man, but for me, I love him. I really do. Um, He's the last of Sir Alex Ferguson's signing as well, especially when Phil Jones leaves this season. So in a way, when he leaves, there's no more Sir Alex in the team, if that makes sense. That doesn't make me feel good. That makes me feel a little sad. Not going to lie. But Arsenal have spent this summer and winter well. Quite honestly, Aman, I wouldn't say so, man. Like, think about it, right? If you just break it down a little bit, just a little bit, not nothing too crazy, right? So, uh, they bought Zinchenko and Jesus. Some say because they were surplus to requirements. If you were to believe that, Zinchenko missed a lot of the season through injury. Jesus missed a lot of the season through injury, so they couldn't play. They got what's that Portuguese guy Fabio. What's oh my god, I'm forgetting his name now. Got that Fabio Vieira. He was all right for a few games, of course. He was not like he was bad or anything. He was all right for a few games. Oh, they got that. Got a couple of other players. Yeah, I'm totally blanking right now. They didn't really play a part in it, but they spent winter very well. Trossard was a great deal for them. And you know, I think Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, and Xhaka in particular, they just stepped up. Aman, I have to be honest, they just stepped up, and it seems like they spent well. But those two major signings spent quite a lot of time injured, especially Jesus. And Ketia had to step up where people didn't think that was going to happen. He had to step up from time to time. So so yeah, man, they have spent well technically, but in many ways their signings didn't even play the whole season. So it's really difficult to say that. Sorry for coming late was crying. Don't need to cry, dude. It's just sorry for being the mod. Timestamp. Oops. Thank you. Thank you, SK. Reset. Money can't buy you karma. Never know. It happens when you go trophyless for 20 plus years. Yeah, that's probably why they're very happy as well. Can we all agree that Chelsea needs to be relegated as a disgrace to PL? I think about that, dude. I don't know about that legacy, man, but I think they need a definite reshuffle and rejig of the entire system, top to bottom. I think, quite honestly speaking, Todd Bowley has bitten off more than he can chew. It's fantastic that he's willing to spend the money, and I think that will benefit Chelsea and the fans and the club in general moving forward. But at the same time, he may have been too trigger happy, sacking the lunch people and the backroom staff. I'm like, these people have nothing to do with Roman Abramovich. They just enjoy their job. They like working with the people. Just sacked everybody. So with that kind of shake to the foundation legacy, man, you can see why Chelsea are struggling, and they are struggling. You don't need to you. It's not even can see. They are very clearly struggling. And while I understand Chelsea's fans' frustrations, uh, this is was always going to be a transition year, one way or the other, with no Abramovich. Uh, when the money came pouring in, people thought it will be a continuation of what's to come, but it's actually just turned out to actually be you know, be quite a shock to the system that it was supposed to be anyway when Roman left, but for a very different reason. So got to see what they do next season, legacy man. I understand your frustration if you're a Chelsea fan, though. I do understand that. Nothing's tougher than UCL. That's also fair enough. Preseason में भी कितना मैच होता है, 2-3 मैचेस से अच्छा तो अभी मैनेजर्स का पॉइंट अभी भी प्री सीजन सोच सोच के खेल सकते हैं, वैसे अभी मैचेस तो नहीं जीत. Yeah, but the thing is, so you are sick if you are enjoying this Chelsea downfall. I'm not, dude. I thought Chelsea would give a fight. I thought Arsenal would win, but I mean, dude, even if we thought Chelsea could win, I mean, the way they're playing, I don't think anyone would say they think they can win. So, what else can you do? Whether you enjoy it or not, like you're watching it now, so that's what it is. Bang bang. I think Chelsea in such a position right now where the people they are interested in signing full time have all the control. So if they want to come full after the season ends, This is one of those times where I don't think Todd Bowley has much of a say in the matter, especially with how bad the players are playing. So yeah, I think that is why people want to start in the new season, get a preseason. It's not necessarily about the matches, it's probably more about the mentality, the style of play, seeking out the players you want and the players you want to sell. So things like that. Arijit's here. Winning a Champions League is more tougher than a World Cup. It needs to be more consistent. I think that's fair enough to Arijit. I can see that side as well. Ship Chelsea to the ISL. Would I see you then lucky Reds? Oh god. Hollow, hollow, hollow. Chelsea success. Fucking oh god. It's making me read it. Lucky Reds, you're making me get in trouble here. It's a perfect day for Arsenal. Yeah, it seems like it. UCL is the epitome as far as quality of football is concerned. Not necessarily during. There are some crap teams that play in the Champions League. If we are being frank, I know that sounds a little disrespectful, but I think you can agree with me a little bit on that. I'm sure. Pep and Carlo playing mind games before the semis. Versus Bodrich versus KDB. Oh God. I want to know your POV on the Ronaldo star. Sorry, I know you may have encountered a lot of questions and maybe a bit controversial, but can I know your? Oh no, see Varan chant. I actually have a response to the interview one on my channel. If you want to watch the whole thing, you don't really need to. I agree with some of the things he said. I do not like the Rooney and Ragnick comments. That's what I've been very. The Rooney comments was absolutely out of line. I do. He is being paid as a pundit to be critical. We make fun of Gary Neville, we make fun of Jamie Carragher, and because Rooney has said things. Yes, Rooney has been overly critical of Ronaldo, but some of it has also been true. For your counter to be maybe he doesn't like how nice I look or how maybe he's jealous about how handsome I look. It's out of order. It's out of order. It really is. It has nothing to do with football. At least Rooney, even though overcritical, was talking about football. So I blame Piers Morgan for that also. Piers Morgan has knowingly wind up Ronaldo, knowing probably before the interview started how upset Ronaldo is in general. He took absolute advantage of Ronaldo. But let's make one thing very clear. Ronaldo signed up for the interview because Piers Morgan said he asked him to do the interview. He might have not been prepared for the questions, but he has asked Piers Morgan for this interview. So Piers Morgan took a lot of advantage of that. A lot of people blame Piers Morgan for the problems, probably, but at the end of the day, Ronaldo also asked that I want to do a private interview. All parties are quite honestly at fault, Varanch, and I am just happy he is happy now. I wish he just stayed till the end of the season. Even if he didn't like how my real opinion, my conclusion to this is, I wish he stayed till the end of the season. Whether it's as a sub, whether he plays one every 2 games, whatever the reasoning is, and then just asked for a transfer at the end of the season. The fans would have been okay with it. He would have got the move to wherever he wants to go. We would have never had to have this discussion, and that Piers Morgan wouldn't have got all the clout in the world that he has gained from the interview. Because the problem with what Ronaldo did, this is nothing to do with as a United fan. The problem with what Ronaldo did is he made all the other teams that were possibly interested in him go, Arey, yaar, look what he's saying to his team he loves, like he loved before. Imagine what he'll do to us if we don't treat him correctly. So people got hesitant. They were like, is he going to create a problem at our club even? And you can see how clubs can think that, dude. I mean, look, they lost to Alveda that day. He started kicking bottles and stuff. They were 10 men down Alveda and they lost 1-0. Now I didn't watch the game. I'm not going to pretend like I watched the game, but that is like an example of, when he's had enough, he kind of loses his mind a little bit, because of the standard and quality of player he has been all his life. And that can be a problem as you get older, dude. You get frustrated more because you're not 25 anymore. He's fantastic, he looks great and all, but he's not 25 anymore at the end of the day. So that is my take on it, man. I'm happy. If he's happy, I'm happy. I don't have any resentment to it. I don't like what he said about Rooney. I think it is very naive to talk about Ragnick. He clearly does not know who's a good coach, who is a good coach, because he does not know Ragnick's career. He literally is like, who is this guy? Ragnick used to take Schalke to the Champions League. Schalke is right now battling relegation. in Bundesliga. There have been very good players that have come out from Schalke over the years. People don't know this because people start watching football at different times. Yeah, it's nobody's fault. But it was very, that also was a little out of order. I mean, look at the players Ragnick suggested for us were Enchant. Look at it. And look at where they are all gone. They've all gone in the 6 months Ragnick has suggested. All of them have almost signed or already at a new club. That is not a coincidence. Yeah. Ragnick knows what he's doing. He took that 6 month job temporary to go upstairs, which he was never allowed to do. So it is what it is, man. All it's a trickle down effect. One choice affected all these choices. So we are like this, and that's why it's Glazers out, full sell only, dude. It's very simple. Radcliffe out, Glazers out, whoever else out. They're all out now. We're done. I'm having a meltdown. Osasuna play that third team tonight. They even replaced their first goalkeeper. They will be going all out in that final. I think this Aman saying I think they spent with an expectation to get top four, but more signings come will improve this team and help them get CL again. Yes, I would think so. That's a great point, Aman. I thought Arsenal would finish top four this season. A lot of people thought United weren't going to finish top four. So yes, in that way, they have spent well. I suppose you could say that is a good point. Then you're celebrating. आपका favorite United fan? Apratim, Apratim Roy is asking me my favorite United footballer. I absolutely adore Nemanja Vidic. A lot of people think Ferdinand's the better defender. They're probably right, but for me, Vidic was immense. I enjoyed the way Vidic played football, and apart from that, my favorite football player, the one that got me into watching football, would be David Beckham. But I was too young to know what I was watching at the time. But I literally watched Manchester United play football because of David Beckham. So, but at the time, obviously, as a young fan, you don't really know what you're doing sometimes. So for me, I love Vidic and I love Rooney. Feels worse today, Chelsea boys. I see a hammering like six. No, man, it's not happening. Come on. Imagine Zidane is fucking joins Chelsea. Oh my god. That would actually change the game in a very funny way, dude. Imagine one game a week. Zidane has all the focus on the league. I mean, the cup competitions are there obviously, but from day one, it's only league focus. Majority of the season, you're playing one game a week. That could be really helpful to Chelsea if that was possible. Very. Time to go Chelsea fan channel up and bring rant out. Enjoy yourself. Oh my god, I'm so far behind. This chat thing is just suddenly piling up. I can't even read all of it. If I ever visit Goa, I hope I'll meet you and get a chance. We'll watch one United game. It'll be fun exchanging thoughts. Absolutely, that would be great. Fantastic. Enzo signed his death contract 2040. Oh, it's a perfect day for Arsenal. Jay, hello. Ronaldo or Beckham? It has to be Beckham, I guess, man. I got into watching United because of Beckham. I have to say Beckham, I suppose. Although, a lot of people obviously say Ronaldo. Poch can build a winning mentality again for Chelsea. I don't know, man. I don't know. He did a pretty good job trying to get a winning mentality out of Spurs. Yes, I know people will say Spurs won nothing, but what I'm trying to say is, on a game to game basis. So yeah, I think in that respect he could definitely get something out of this Chelsea team. Guys, please don't forget the Chelsea team has a lot of Champions League winners, league winners. It's not like the entire, they're not playing well. I can agree, but let's not get too crazy, you know. They're not having a good season this season. I think we all can agree, but plenty of season to go. There's always a new season where they can improve their fortunes. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves with the downfall of Chelsea. As a captain, the only thing that matters to me is if you're playing with your heart out. Otherwise, it sits at home and don't even bother to shout to my players even if they're losing. Yeah. And I believe. Give the 1,000%. Yep, 10,000%. Can Poch? He could. He could. Who do you think is going to win the PL? I think it pretty much City is going to win it. Poch bro got bodied by Danilo. You think he can handle Kante and go? I don't think so, dude. But everyone else seems to think so. To me, the signing doesn't make any sense. Everyone's so happy about Poch coming in. I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna work out for y'all, but everyone else seems to think so. So, listen, man, it's not my club. You know, if other people believe in Poch, then that's fantastic. At the end of the day, I'm not a Chelsea fan. If Chelsea fans are happy with the signing of Poch, what am I to say anything about it? Like, it's not my club, dude. Quite frankly speaking, if everyone's okay with it, then everyone's okay with it. I can't really do anything about that. Well, want to ask something. Would you like Ronaldo move to City instead of United? Off the goal line. Off the goal line. Oh my God, Chelsea, wake up, yaar. Can't get battered like this at the Emirates and live to tell the tale. A lot of these players are going to get sacked, I think. Brutal. Brutal game of football for Chelsea today. Um, no, no. Football Creeks, the answer is no, obviously no. Wanted Ronaldo, but someone decided to get Oba, lol. Ronaldo City, City will be heavenly, but United fans will throw him under the bus. Absolutely. You can't blame them. They just Ragnick could have a career revival at City. He could have his career didn't need to be revived, dude. He won everything at Italy before he came. He just didn't want to play at Italy anymore. Football Creeks. There was no career to revive. He had a fantastic whatever 2-3 years at Italy. He just didn't want to play there anymore for whatever reason. Can't even call it a career revival. Career revival means he was on a down low. They weren't really in a down low, dude. In the end, they even managed to qualify for Champions League. And in the first season, though, I think they won most of everything. So wouldn't call it a revival necessary. KDB wanted Ronaldo on the cross line header. Yeah. John Terry, but क्या पास है Maguire and Smalling pair would be Delhi. How dare you, Sonak? How dare you? Going for Madrid match, Sui guys. Good luck, all the Madrid fans. Good luck. No, Vidic best for me. Yes, same problem with me. Support. Yeah, man. Yep. I loved Nemanja Vidic, dude. That there's a saying, right? He puts his head where people don't put their legs. Best way to explain it. Darren, he's annoying. Yesterday. Big ups to you, bro. If you create contact regularly, boost your channel. English language would be for go. I do everything in English, Aman. I do watch-alongs because I want to chat with everyone. I could make videos. I'm going to start in the new season, and we probably do some transfer videos when the season's over. But I do everything in English anyway because I'm from Goa and my Hindi is not that great anyway. I mean, I can understand it and all, but to speak, it's the best mode of communication for me in simple words is English. So yeah, I'm doing English, the global reach too, but at the end of the day, the community is the community. Yeah, more than happy to have lots of Indian subscribers and support is support. Yeah, wherever they come from, it means a lot. Every single person that supports you means a lot. Yeah, especially when you're a growing channel, you tend to appreciate the smaller things. That is what I've been learning in this YouTube journey. So thank you very much for the kind words. I have a nap. Wake up 10 minutes ago. They are pathetic. Melons just in. Oh my god! What was that? I don't know what Chilwell was trying to do there, but it almost worked. You need to start the slow mode. Oh, I think I might have to eventually. That's a good point. Don't want it to be too slow though, man. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Let's see. Next time. Now I shall address everybody in the chat, obviously. But yes, I think I may have to do that as well. It's a good point. Thank you, Arnab. How to ensure that name and number behind jersey don't fade away? My Riquelme jersey got spoiled. I don't think you can do that, Turing. That's why if you've noticed, I don't know if you watch streamers and stuff, But they put their, they put the jersey with the number facing in a fully airtight glass box kind of thing. I think that's why they do it. I think that's why they do, because eventually the air, the atmosphere, the up and down of the moisture levels in India in particular, it will affect your jerseys. So I don't think you can do it, dude. You have to keep it in an airtight box, I guess. Even then, it might not work because now the damage might already be done. So that's why you notice when people buy those jerseys online, they spend crazy money to buy these signed jerseys. It's always in an airtight box. That's why. Have you ever noticed in the worst season of Pool and Chelsea still never lost by a big margin? And as United fans, hard to see in our good season we lost by a big margin, goal difference single digits. Paranchan, sometimes I understand that makes perfect sense, but at the same time, right? I am someone no who has seen United win by the craziest of margins, had the most exciting games, to winning everything, to seeing the most saddest games of football in my life. I'm talking about my own club, not football in general. And I told someone the other day, I went on someone's channel, I told them I would take 38 1 nils. And people were like, and that person was like, really? I'm like, yeah, I take 38 1 nils because at the end of the day, now we have to go back to winning ways first. Main thing is we have to go back to winning ways. If we don't go back to winning ways, it doesn't mean anything. Like, so I asked this person, would you prefer losing 7-0 in an interesting match or winning 1-0 and getting 3 points? They told me winning 1-0. I'm like, exactly. I would take 38 1-0s so I don't have to lose 7-0 in any game of the season. So that's my kind of mentality. It's not the most exciting mentality, but if you have been someone who has watched United in their highs, like proper highs, and United in their lows, you gain a sudden appreciation, no, for just winning, which is unfortunate because the owners of this club no have left that mentality in the fans now. And it is part of, unfortunately, how I feel. Even I had a very low season last season, very low. I felt very low last season. I felt very low period in a long time after watching last season football. And my mod can attest to it because my mod was on the other channel, which is TCSP, their Madrid channel. And I was doing watchalongs on their channel because they're big Ronaldo fans, and I used to keep them company. And every game we got battered. Every game I had no reaction because I just couldn't believe there was no connection with these players. 10, 12 months ago, I felt no connection to any of them. Like I was just fed up looking, watching football. So much so where I started just enjoying watching UFC more, wanting to do watch-alongs of UFC. I started, just enjoying UFC because it didn't feel like a stressful event every weekend for me personally. I still watch the games, obviously. I was live on the channel, so you can see me there. But I just had no emotion, yeah. And they were telling me like, why are you not feeling sad, why are you not feeling sad? Like, I'm like, quite honestly, we have not been playing well for a very long time. If I start not feeling sad now, it's like I just realized we are bad, we are very bad. And it was a very low point as a United fan, yeah. It really was. And so to answer your question, I hope I have answered your question proper. I went very long, but I would take 38 1 nils, yeah, then lose 7-0. But I would take 38 1 nils, which will be very boring. It will be a long season for you to keep watching us win 1-0. But I would take it because we have to get back to our winning ways. We have to restore legacy in our club. And sometimes you have to restore legacy by winning, and sometimes you can restore legacy by playing exciting football. But mostly you can't do both because eventually one of them will wear off. You'll reach a point where one of them will wear off. Case in a point is Arsenal. They've been playing fantastic football whole season. They have gotten to a point where they have hit something. They've hit that 4 game skid where you couldn't believe what you were watching. Now today again they are playing well. Who knows how they're going to play the rest of the game? But that's what I'm trying to say. Be consistent and win through the whole season, no matter how you have to win. or play exciting football. One of them always wears out. You can't do both for the whole season. Like even City, yesterday's had to scrape through Fulham. They got one of the goals was a penalty. Like they had to scrape through. I don't know how many shots on target. I'm sure they dominated possession now, but they scraped through the game scoreline wise. You got to do that. Even Arsenal had to do it. What was it? Southampton, they had to scrape through a game, 1-2 games as well. It's like you can it catches up on you, man, and then you have to just go for the win. So for me, going for the win is paramount. When we start winning cups, when we start winning leagues, I will talk happily about exciting football. But until then, I will take the victories how you get them. So yes, it's bad we lose by big margins, but listen, who have we lost to a big margin to? Brentford, they're below us. Liverpool, they're below us. City, obviously, but we are 1-1, of course. We have split results, so that's okay. So, I mean, Seville technically I mean, it was a knockout game, but we lost to them big. So we are kind of made up for it by finishing above these teams. I understand it's Liverpool, it's 7-0, it doesn't matter. But also at the same time, would you take 10th place with 7-0 or would you take third place losing 7-0? For me, I would take third place losing 7-0 because at least I know we have got Champions League football. You have to make these compromisations when you're trying to rebuild something new with your club here, especially with under a new manager. So this is what we are dealing with now. It's not fun. Like you said, single digit GDs. It's not fun, yeah. But who expected us to finish third place with a cup and and a final in the FA Cup? Nobody. Who expected us to beat Barcelona? Let's be honest. Nobody. You know, even I'm sure even as a United fan, we were all nervous. Let's be honest. But we got through. They're showing some fight. They're showing some determination. Yes, we bottled it against Seville. I agree. But, you know, you can't make complete improvements over one season. You have to slowly build in the mentality of the team. They will take great confidence. If we finish with an FA Cup, we'll take even more confidence. Champions League football will give you more confidence. Number of points we have got this season, more confidence. You have to slowly build the confidence and everything will rise up together, man. That's what I believe, at least personally. So mean is saying, love your hard work, keep grinding, more things. Hopefully, dude. With your support, everything. Hopefully, everything to come in the future. Thank you so much. VVD downfall. Cross comes in. Oh, where are the Chelsea players? Nobody is there. Madueke puts in a dangerous cross after winning the ball with this tenacity. The Chelsea players are basically given up. Let's be honest. I I can't even blame them the way they've been getting battered by Arsenal today. I don't blame them even. But Madueke's hard work, literally nobody's in the box. Kante blows through one player. Lucky bounce. I don't know what Arsenal. Arsenal was like they turned back time there with that defending. They were playing ping pong on the with the football on their body. Very weird. As a United fan, one regret is not seeing Eric Cantona. Listen, man, we all are born in different ages. Yeah, I was lucky to see a lot of the class of '92. Some people saw the class of 2008 where we almost won the treble. This is the bad luck. I didn't get to see Duncan Edwards and Bobby Charlton. We all have regrets like that. Yeah, I also didn't see Eric Cantona actually. Now that I think about it. Do you fancy Ronaldo moving Newcastle or Bayern or PSG? So basically, we had this discussion the other day, Football Creeks. I guess you weren't here. There is this rumor that if Newcastle finish top four, the Saudi club will loan them to obviously this other Saudi club, which is now Newcastle, and loan him for the season there to play Champions League. People are saying it's written there in the contract, which I don't believe, but we'll find out soon enough when the season ends. Oh, Madueke! Is that a goal? Is that a goal? Madueke is the only player that looks interested today. He's been rewarded by a goal. Good job. Continuously grinding still. He could have just given up like the rest of them, but he's not. Congratulations to Madhu AK for getting his first London Derby goal. Seems like the only person that cares at the moment. VVD downfall. You know what? VVD is not young either, dude. That's another thing people don't realize. He peaked a little late in his, in his life, football wise, in the sense. When you subscribe, already subscribed a few minutes ago. Shubham Saha. Thank you so much, Shubham. Thank you very much. Winning games matters most than fancy games like 3-0, 4-0. Listen, man, who doesn't like a 3-0, 4-0 football creeks? Who doesn't love? Who doesn't like a foot? Who does not like a 3-0, 4-0? I would love it. But we have to take baby steps before we run. We got to get over these games. We've got to start winning more cups. We have to make deeper runs into the cup. We have to compete in the league. It's all baby steps in the rebuild process. You can't just now today third, everyone will go, we are winning the league. Some people will 100% say we are winning the league next season. I would say let's see who we buy, let's see who we can get rid of. Let's see how different we play, because we won't get rid of everyone we want to get rid of. We might not able to buy everyone we want to buy. So what we can do is we can make deeper cup runs, we can do well in the Champions League, we can do well again in the league, can improve our away record against the top 10 sides. There are things you can improve on. Even though we finished third, we have surpassed our last year's points last week. We can still improve. Once we improve those things, then we can go, oh, we are going to batter this team and this team and this team this season. We can have a couple of Leeds games, where we just beat them 5-0. McTominay looks like he's a genius. Dan James looks like he's Garincha. uh, you know it happens, man, but it happens only after you get to a certain point at a base level. That's why City can go to certain teams and they're just going to batter them. Doesn't matter. You have to reach to that level first, and then but on the way to that level we have got to improve as a whole, as a base. So let's see what happens. Can we match our league title in decade, and can we do it for the PL? Who knows, dude? Who knows? It's possible. I can really support them both in the highs and the lows. I know you would have felt. I'm happy to find another United fan who can relate to me thanks to 1MUFC. Yes, big up to Mark, who has introduced a lot of new people to my channel. Forever grateful. And even if you all aren't United fans and you all support him and you all support me, that's fine. I anyway watch, as today's proof, I watch a bunch of teams play football. At the end of the day, a good football match is a good football match. The United game, of course, not including, because we're all United fans, so we'll always watch that game. But see, the game's been actually, we haven't been talking about the game because people are asking me questions and trying to get to know me. But Chelsea are looking a little lively now after that first goal. So, like someone said in halftime, Chelsea are not Spurs. Hopefully, they didn't jinx Arsenal by doing that. Your prediction about Messi's next club? He's not. Yeah, God, I hope he doesn't renew, dude. That club does not deserve Messi. Listen, I might not be Messi's number one fan, no, but even I realize that he did not deserve to go to that club. I think he's going to resign with Barcelona. Shabam, that's what I've been saying all this time. I'd be very happy for him if he goes back home as well. Because at the end of the day, when you think about Lionel Messi, no matter what anyone will tell you, you think about Barcelona. You don't think about Argentina because he won the World Cup. That is a lie. You don't. You think about Barcelona. It's not like Pele, you think about the Brazil national team because no one thinks about Santos. You think about Barcelona when you think about Messi. It's as simple as that. And I think he deserves one last maybe 2-year contract. I don't know. They do that lifetime contract. Now they gave Iniesta one, but he decided to go to Japan or whatever. So that whatever that lifetime contract thing is that the La Liga players get, he might sign one of those, or he might sign a 2-year contract. What I think is he's going to sign a 2-year contract, and then I think he's going to go back to Argentina and play for his childhood club. I don't remember which one it is because I've never kept track of Messi like that. Think it is it is it is it it's not River Plate. Is it Boca Juniors or is it Newell's Old Boys or something? Either way, I think he's going to play one season there, and I think he's going to be retiring. He could do the Inter Miami thing. A lot of people are saying Inter Miami, David Beckham's old club or owned club or co-owned club, however you want to say it. But I have a feeling he's going to go to Barcelona. Maybe even just for 1 year, so he can say, he ended his career in Europe, like at Barcelona. I don't know why I always feel like he's going to go to Argentina and play one game. I don't know why, one season. I don't know why, but I always feel like he's going to go to Argentina and play one season. I don't think he has said it in interviews or anything like that. But for some reason, I think he's going to go to Argentina and play one season. MLS, he might go there, could go there. Sorry, but it's my first interaction and I loved it. तो थोड़ा flow में ज़्यादा question. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude. I am watching the game, but I'm not talking about it. Enzo Fernandez not happy. Aspilicueta is just having a go at the referee. He's very frustrated today. Messi got suspended for 2 weeks because yeah, yes, we found that out. Yep. Barca fans want to leave. Want to leave La Liga. What does that mean? Ronaldo after listening to Messi news, ये तो मेरा वाला context Saudi Arabia. Can you imagine Messi and Ronaldo in the Saudi league? Oh my god, please, yeah, this rivalry has to end. Can we just move on now? Watch just to watch football. Twitter is going to get so intensely toxic again, man, if he goes back to Saudi. God, I hope Newcastle get him on loan, yeah. I don't want to see this comparison thing. I'm over it, yeah. I'm over this whole Messi Ronaldo thing. I'm just over it. Please join Newcastle so we don't have to hear this anymore, see this anymore. Aviz AK, hi, first time. Welcome, Aviz. Who do you support and where are you watching from? Dude, let us all know. I will love it and I think I deserve. No, dude, no, not both at the Saudi League, please. Oh, I can't deal with it anymore, man. I can't. I can't deal with it anymore. Seeing the Barcelona fans compilation of Messi, even though they're not in his team, it's just. And then the United Madrid fans still doing the compilation when they're not. It's like, come on, yeah, guys, just at least do an Al whatever team he's gone to, Al Nasser compilation. Like just come on, guys. Let's just all move on, shall we? Everyone gets old. Everyone retires. Let's just let's just let them relax and play football now, man. Enough. I actually thought it would be a lot less since he went to Saudi, but then 10 Sports bought the rights of the Saudi League out of nowhere, and I was like, oh no, yaar. 10 Sports is genius move, by the way, to buy the what's that called? The Roshan League, the Roshan League. What I don't know, whatever it's called now. It used to be called something else last season. It's just brilliant. I don't know. Kieran Tierney is kissing his wrist a few too many times. Very interesting. Saka and Zinchenko out for Tierney and Reece Nelson. Support Manchester United for Nepal. Welcome. I also support Manchester United. But I do Premier League watch-alongs and UFC watch-alongs and I don't know, maybe other sports depending on how much interest there is in general. One guy was comparing how many goals Ronaldo would have in Europe, man. Literally, would Saudi is in Asia. I mean, just let them play football, man. That's my opinion now. Like, it's not about who's better anymore. It's about just let them be old men and play football. Like, just leave them alone now, yeah. It was fine when they were in their primes. I get it when they played for Madrid and Barcelona, but now they don't. Yeah, just leave them alone. Just enjoy them while they're here. I learned a very valuable lesson. I said it yesterday, so for anyone who missed it out, I'll say it today. I've learned a very valuable lesson in sports after watching a lot of my idols retire. Just enjoy while they're here, yeah, because Manchester United is a very good example of you don't know when the highs are going to come back next. So enjoy while they're here. Most recently, I learned this lesson when Federer retired, and that that crazy Instagram picture of both of them crying, Nadal and him. I'm a big Nadal fan. I was in absolute tears. Yeah, I was like, don't go, Roger. Don't. Even I was saying, don't go, Roger. And my best friend and my dad are both Federer fans, and I'm a Nadal fan. And we used to troll each other for over a decade whenever we'd lose. My friend would not pick up his phone if Nadal beat Federer in a final. And then I literally messaged him. I remember it was like 4:14 in the morning or something. I watched the final game where they played doubles together, and I messaged him a sad emoji, and I said, I can't believe it. It's finally over. That's literally what I said. And he sent me a sad emoji back. I'm like, it's not even worth the funny bantering we did to each other is not even worth it upon retiring. And that's why I get my take on it. Yeah, just enjoy them play football now. Yeah, come on. People just want to go who's better, who's better. I'm like, does it matter? It should matter that you just got to watch the best footballers ever, maybe ever play while you're alive. When we grew up, it was always Pele, Maradona, I don't know, other players, Beckenbauer, Cruyff. But some people say these two might be the best ever players. You got to watch them for the majority of their career play. Just be happy with it, man. Just be happy with it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. No, it's not possible. But what if Ronaldo and Messi both play in Nasser? Then even I'll be honest with you, Varan Chand. Even I'll watch that because that is something I always wondered what it would look like. So I'm telling you right now, we are doing Al Nasser watchalongs in advance if that happens, because I am very curious. I've always been. That's one thing I've always been curious about. I always was thinking they'd play some celebrity game together, maybe some UNICEF game. Never happened, man. I hope it does. That'll be epic. Believe me, that will be the most watched. If they played some charity match like on YouTube, that will be the most watched football match ever. I'm telling you right now. Clip this. Remember these words. It will be the most watched football match ever. If they just put some kind of charity match on YouTube for free, where people can donate to watch if you want to watch it. 100%. Hands down, the most watched match in football. Conor Gallagher is giving Arsenal a lot of trouble since he's been on. I don't know what is this new thing with the holes in your socks and all, but ooh, Reece Nelson almost gave him like one Ric Flair chop block to his knee. That didn't look good. I'm playing them if FIFA to actually watch them play. Yeah, that would be fun. Nadal is recovering for French Open. He might just make it. Yeah, man, listen. Another reason why I continue to be sad, because then his retirement's going to happen and then I'm going to be even more sad because he's my guy. I used to watch football, tennis just for him. Uh, so, yeah, man, just enjoy while they're here. Like his knees are so fucked up that literally every Grand Slam, we wonder if he's going to play or not. Like his knees have gotten to that point. He has to take cortisone injections into his knee. He doesn't know if he gets the surgery. He doesn't know if he can play tennis. That's why he keeps avoiding these surgeries. Like people sacrifice so much of their body just for our entertainment sometimes, for their glory and for our entertainment, and all we do is go, this person is still better than you. It's like, just watch the game, man. Just enjoy it. Seriously. So do you want the trouble this season is the start of domination? Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe. Don't cry because, oh, smile because it happened. Perfectly said. Ziyech coming on. I'm a Federer fan and my brother's a Nadal fan, so I can relate to the, yeah, man. Listen, you have to just appreciate it at the end of the day, man. Simple as that. I am been so lucky to see so many great sports people play while I've been alive. That's why I think I always will love sports no matter what happens in my life. I saw Shaq and Kobe. I saw Pippen and Jordan. I saw Duncan and Parker. I saw LeBron and Kyrie. I saw Curry and Thompson. I saw Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen, or Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, or Kevin Garnett and Rajon Rondo. Uh, I saw Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, Murray, Del Potro, Wawrinka, Ferrer, Agassi, Sampras, Leighton Hewitt, Andy Roddick, the Williams sisters, Kim Clijsters, Justine Henin, Martina Hingis, our very own Leander Paes, Mahesh Bhupati. Been blessed to see a lot, yeah, a lot of sports people play live. Nowadays, youngsters have to watch them on YouTube, which is fantastic because YouTube is a very great platform that way. But I've got the benefit of watching it live, I would say, the blessing. Oh, don't even get me started with cricket. I can name you at least 100 people right now that I've watched play. Will be here forever. Saw the fight yesterday of Kohli and Gambhir. Why can't they just leave it alone? These two are like little children, dude. Like, get over it. Gambhir, what are you, like, in your mid 40s? And Kohli, man, Kohli is such a shithouse. Like, seriously, just get over it, yeah. Like, both of y'all, just like little children. So, would you mind telling us about yourself? So, I'm a United fan from Goa. The purpose of starting this channel was to create a community because most of my friends actually don't watch sports. Avis, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, by the way. If I'm not, then please feel free to correct it. Um, yeah, I just started it, man. One day, one day my ex-girlfriend told me, "You like sports so much, right? Why don't you make videos on it?" I'm like, "But I don't want to make videos. I want to like talk to people about sports because that's what I missed in my life growing up as a kid. I didn't have anyone to talk to with sports like my age group." And she said, "Yeah, then you can do that eventually." So I started out making videos like of predictions and you know sometimes results, sometimes one two rants were in there, but mostly it was game week predictions and UFC predictions. I'm a big UFC fan. And eventually I got this set up in September, just in time for, I think, the third United game. No, the second one. My first stream was United Brentford, so you can imagine my my first stream started out very badly for me, on a United level. But ever since then, I've just been live streaming. Yeah, really. That's it. There's nothing much to know about me. I just big sports lover. That's why there is no United or anything. It's we do a lot of you. If you go check my lives, I've done a lot of UFC watch-alongs. Last week I actually did an IPL watch-along. It's like whoever wants to watch sports with me, they're more than free and welcome to do so. That's how I look at it. Sports brings everybody together, whether you're from different religions, different thought processes, different countries, different cultures, different, I don't know, just different. It brings everyone together. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I think we should have more things like sports in our lives where we don't have to divide ourselves all the time. That would be lovely. There's a lot of divisiveness in the world now between countries, between cultures, between religions. It would just be nice if there's things like sports that bring you together. That's the beautiful thing about sports. You never know who's watching out on the other screen. And yeah, I wish there were many other things like sports where it could bring more people together. Maybe one day, who knows? Gotta go, bro. It's too late. I have a exam. Do you have an exam? Oh, good luck with it if you have an exam because you just wrote I have a. I'm going to assume it's an exam because it's April, May. Gotta go, bro. I really enjoyed exchanging thoughts. I will join your next stream. Then we'll take care, bro. And good night. Absolutely. Good night. Thank you, Varanchan, for the support. Aspilicueta is abusing Gabriel. Aspilicueta is just pissed off today a lot. Talking about IPL, who do you want to win this year? So, Aviz, again, hopefully I'm saying your name correct. Um, so I've always supported Mumbai Indians, so I want Mumbai Indians to win. It's not really the best explanation. I don't know if they can win it, but I want them to win it, if that makes sense. I mean, I want them in the sense of I want them to win it every year. If that was not clear, I want them to win every year. Not going to lie, it seems very unlikely they're going to qualify. Although, to be fair, if they win their next game, they will all be tied with 2 points. But I think on run rate, they will still be seventh, which is bizarre. Very bizarre. But at least they'll be even on points, which means there's always an outside chance they can make it. Yeah. Who do you want to win, Avis? Who do you support, or do you not watch cricket? Do let us know. There's about 4 minutes left in the match, guys. Ah, Avis, good. If you have trouble saying, just say Ayush. That's your real name. I'll call you Ayush. I don't mind. So, do you watch IPL? Is actually, you know what? I have a better question than that. Is IPL a big deal in Nepal, Ayush? Do you have like a solid cricketing setup in Nepal? I'm actually curious now because you asked me about the IPL. I hope they don't qualify this year. CSK fan. Yeah, listen, man. They're going to. There's like 6 teams on 10 points. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a very tight ending to this qualification process. Clearly, I mean, we got battered a few games, yeah. So that run rate is kind of disappointing to look at, but it is a very clear indication of how terrible we have been in some of these games. Oh, quick throw in. Man, why couldn't Chelsea play like this the whole game? Suddenly they're interested in playing now. Chance for Kante? Oh, what did Kante do there? Why didn't he just shoot? Oh, Kante. Dude, Aspilicueta is done. Look at him, he's gassing. But still running it up and down. Although he does look like he's actually out of breath now. Arteta doesn't seem very happy with this performance. Started off well and then kind of just stopped, I suppose. I think only Madueke can really hold his head up high. Everyone else was pretty shambolic. To be honest, I mean, Ben Chilwell had a couple of nice chances. 1.5 minutes. Yeah, definitely no comeback happening here. Yes, we are fond of cricket. Just got selected to Asia Cup for the first time today. Cannot express my feeling how excited we are to play against India and Pakistan. It starts somewhere, man. Afghanistan have some good players too. 10 years ago, it would have been unheard of. It's a slow process, much like everything. But when you get there, you feel great. That's awesome. Asia Cup. Sadly, Asia Cup seems to be cancelled. Oh God. That's unfortunate, but they might postpone it, Ayush. They might just postpone it, and I don't think they are going to revoke your qualification. Whenever they do it, I guess you guys will play in it. I mean, that should be how it is. At least who knows? These people, these sporting government bodies are very corrupt. I don't think I need to tell you that. So hopefully it continues. I would say hopefully they you all retrieve you all remain qualified for it whenever they decide to play it. Don't really know when that will be if it's cancelled. 5 minutes extra time. Ooh, 5 minutes extra time. They're trying to get Arsenal to lose points here. IPL is very popular, but its hype peaked in Nepal after 2018 IPL. Sandeep Lamichhane picked in Oh, yes. Well, that's fantastic then. See, man, that's another thing, right? That if I'm not mistaken, there is a cricketing academy there by one of the. I don't know. I don't remember. Is it an Australian player? I don't remember. That Steve Smith? No, it's not Steve Smith. That doesn't sound right. Was it Rahul Dravid that has a cricketing academy there? Some famous cricketer has like a cricketing academy there. And I remember somebody qualifying from it into the IPL. Is that Lamichane? Is that the same person? I thought that person was a bowler. I don't know why I'm thinking that person's a bowler. I wish I remember whose academy it was from. Some reason I'm thinking Steve Smith, but that doesn't sound right to me. Hmm. Oh, okay. It's former captain Paras Katka and Shakti Gauchan. Okay. Yeah, that's very interesting. Very interesting because it's a very good opportunity for Nepal to be seen by lots of people. You never know who will impress, man. I remember Ireland impressing in one season, and then they started getting tours. What became one-off tours became regular tours at one point of time. The O'Brien brothers. You never know what can happen. Yeah, a good performance could lead to better things, more interest, more viewers, more young people wanting to go into cricket. Never know. Oh my god. I don't know. Harvard just shoved him. Harvard just shoved whoever that was. That Kivio. He just literally shoved him. The guy went flying. Yes, I think it was Kivio. Oof. Tried to push him, he fell. Michael Clark. Thank you. Michael Clark. That's who it is. I don't know why I kept saying Steve Smith. It was an Australian captain, though, so close. Oh my god, what did Chilwell just do there? Sandy was learning from Michael Clark. Yeah, sorry, I misunderstood your question. No, it's not your fault, Ayush. I was mumbling because I don't really remember who it was. Was it Sandy only? Yeah, I guess. See, that makes sense. Because I remember the hype around it when he made his got his chance in IPL. I remember the hype, and he was like from the academy in Nepal, and I remember it being an Australian player even. So that's probably what it was. I mean, Modric side doesn't even go flying, man. Like, what kind of gel is this? Oh my god, he just skinned Ben White. Ben White recovered very well though. God, Modric was the future. Don't know what future he was, but it's not been a great season for Mikhailo Modric. Oh, another save by Kappa. Cross comes in. Jesus jumps. Gets swept out pretty convincingly by Chelsea. Oh, Hakim Ziyech tried one of those FIFA ball roll spins. Didn't work. Oh, 20 seconds left in the game. Oh no. Ben White's holding his ankles. Conor Gallagher. Mm. Not good, Conor. Not good. Feel sad for Chelsea, honestly. I mean, listen, man, everybody has this bad season, dude. They had an equally bad season with Mourinho in a second stint. The only difference is they never kept losing this badly, I suppose. 1 a.m., 1 minute late. I am 1 minute late as I have to time your stream as of mine. So sorry for answering your question. Nah, it's okay, dude. You don't have to apologize for that. That's absolutely fine. Perfectly all right. This game is over. A brace by Odegaard, one goal by Jesus. Madueke pulled one back with 25 minutes left, but Chelsea were flat again, unfortunately. Couldn't do anything about it. Good little goal by Madueke, though. Good attempt by him. But unfortunately, the rest of Chelsea did not show up today. Arsenal back on the winning track. Continues to put pressure to Man City. Onwards to Man City now. Sees what happens. Arsenal have 2 games in hand. No, sorry. City have 2 games in hand and trailing by 2 points. So let's see what happens. In the meantime, guys, it is almost 2:30 here in the morning, and I shall take your leave. Thank you for joining me. My midfield in FPL is 11601. That's a funny game. Let's see what mine is. Don't think mine's any. I don't think mine's a lot better, quite honestly. I'm pretty sure I didn't remove Martinelli this week. Or did I? No, I don't think so. Let's see what mine is before we go. Mine is 1761. 4 in the midfield at the moment. 1761. Yeah. Needless to say, not doing great this season in the FPL. Havertz is fighting with Gabriel. Game's over, dude. Can we move on, please? Season's over, game's over. Anyway, I shall take your leave, guys. I'm not really sure what stream I have tomorrow. I don't know if I'm doing a stream, but if I am, do follow me on Twitter. Ayush, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. I put the links there normally. It's all in my description on my channel page. There's a trailer. There's a YouTube and there's an Instagram and Twitter page there. If you are on them, you can follow me. Hit the bell notification, Ayush, because a lot of times you don't get the notification. YouTube has a very difficult time giving you the notifications, so please do that. Man United, no, tomorrow's game. Man U is not playing tomorrow, Toloma. Man United is playing day after. Yes, Man United is playing day after. Tomorrow's games are Liverpool, Fulham, and Man City, West Ham. I'm not sure if I'm doing a watch along tomorrow, but keep your bell notification on to find out. In the meantime, guys, take care. Good night. Do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for the support as always. On the road to 2000. Bang, bang. Thank you again. See you maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll set up the stream in the morning and I'll put it out on YouTube and stuff. I mean, on Instagram and Twitter and stuff. So if you follow me there, you'll definitely get the links and stuff. In the meantime, take care. Good night. Yes, it's not Thursday for us, Tolumba. We are ahead of time. It's Friday for us. So yeah. Take care, guys. Good night.